Hello and welcome back, everybody. I'm still here. Hasn't been in news lately, but I figured, I might try to get back into videos, and I guess I'll start with what I've been doing. Well, for one, if you can probably tell, I only really ever play survival mode. So, part of me why there's not many videos. Not much left to be doing survival, and I do very little creative. I don't know, I probably spend around 50 to 70 hours out of the 1,000 hours I have at this point. And 1,000 hours is definitely survival. But I decided to check out challenge mode a couple months ago, and I actually built a map in that time. Hide and seek map, so let's get into it. You can actually see it behind me, actually. I guess also the other thing I built in that time frame is also a proper set for the new studio set I sort of made. Sort of annoyed me that the background was pretty plain, so I figured this would be a bit more interesting. So pretty much that's everything I've done in chapter 1. Well, it's the survival base, the Nomad series. And yeah, it took a lot of rebuilding. Though the survival base is more of a recreation, really. I didn't build it exactly. Same with this. Oh yeah, this was built for challenge mode, so just ignore just chests and craft bots and that being made out blocks, because they don't exist in challenge mode. So yeah, if I want to build so when I wanted to bring this into challenge mode, I had to strip it of all blocks which aren't in challenge mode. Things like warehouse keys, fiber baguettes. Yeah. And I wanted this because this is my second project I'm working on. I also had time to do my home screen. That reminds me, I don't know what. Yes, it's been a long time, but I thought you couldn't build anything with bearings in here. Like you don't even see them, but like you try loading something with a bearing. I was wanting the connector, I can't even. But this is on a bearing. Am I just crazy, or was this always a thing? I know, I could be pretty look into it. But like, I thought it was a general rule, like you couldn't have any bearings or moving parts in this home screen. But for some reason, you can spawn stuff in with bearings. Not sure. Yeah. But yeah, I actually built a map. I was that bored, but yeah, I never touched challenge mode builder before this, so this was a really fun experience. Mostly because I can fly. Don't know why this isn't creative. But yeah. So it's a recreation, like I said, because I didn't build block to block, and it was built by and seek. So yeah, I guess let's actually get down on the ground and butte. Yeah. You're wondering why I switch here? Well, this was actually when I was just building it, but I figured people want to check the map out, they can just do this instead of having to be cheeky with the other switch. Yeah. So it's a recreation of my base, I guess, in the middle of a raid, really. uh, Well, I think I'm definitely building this door gate in chapter 2, whenever that comes out. I just really like this design. Yeah. So we built some vehicles. Yeah, this is on the actual grid. Yeah. And if you're curious, the ones that do move, this one, because the seats inside, does have a emergency brake system. You can't turn off on the inside. You can, if you want, technically, just drive around. I did come to my attention yesterday that I think I messed the engine up on this one. Because this one's really quick for some reason. So I might get around fixing that at some point, if I remember. Yeah. It works. I didn't rebuild everything. For example, the Forester is normally parked there. I didn't rebuild that. And obviously the farming arm I didn't rebuild either, because well, a lot of the parts on in challenge mode on survival. So yeah, on top of that, if I rebuilt that block by block, so I probably could have, it probably would lag the game up. Yeah. Another part of its recreation is I actually built it the way I wanted to build it originally, which was to have a world that went all the way around and to the other side of the tree. Yes, I'm terrible at trees. But yeah, originally I wanted the world to be here and my flyer to be over here. Yes, that is the old flyer. I went with that one because I actually trialed it in creative and we built it in survival. So it was just easier to build that. And yes, there's a Thunderbird reference. All this Easter egg there anyway. With the two in that. Yeah, I did leave this up. Yeah. And I think this room... I'll see there's a lot of junk around, obviously great hiding spots. But yeah. As you can see again, the bots aren't in challenge mode, so yeah, I had to recreate models for a lot of things. I'll see a actual world. I know I have tons of chests here as well, all the fruits, seeds in it, but I just figure I'll use the boxes. So it isn't just chests everywhere in this room. Yeah. And curious, it can also sort of function as a scavenger map, although it is sort of in spots, stuff is hidden. But yeah, there's an easy one. And I can see from here. Yeah, you can. It's very easy scavenger spots, and as you probably noticed when I went to my main screen, I have made models for the chat bots that were announced. I've hidden them in this map. You want something really hard to find. Well, I say hidden. The blue tote bot. There is an actual blue tote bot, but there's also 3 of these little guys just peeking around the edges. Just ignore them. They're not part of the hard scavenger. There's also one bot which I did for fun. It was late. It might be a bit of the day, but because I got really late and I was really tired. And I just started thinking, what are you green? I don't know. Get a green tape bot and green tote bot. It feels like the hay bot's the only one that doesn't get any variants in the next update. Yeah. And obviously the ends are there. I'm not going to show that. Oh, and I did also add the ability for 2 players. Technically, if you're clever, you could probably do it yourself. But like, I think... I know, I'm trying to think. These guys are technically... you can somehow get a red... one of these farm bots all the way over there. You could probably trigger the other sensor. I think. I'm not sure, I haven't tested it. But yeah, that does reveal all spots, if you're ever curious. And for anyone who's curious how many spots... Have I told you I stopped because the FPS started dropping? That is the rough tally over there. That's a rough tally. Regular spots, spots and spots. Hammer spots. They are marked with a red dot. 21 ways. Or just things with a hammer normally. And Pearl's a kiss. If you do jump off the map, everyone will know. It's the simplest thing I can say. Everyone will know you jump off. I thought that would be fun. Just to alert everyone. I know. You know, no glass walls. No. Just, though I say that, it is a sort of a giant greenhouse. So I don't know if that really helps or not. I've had no glass walls on there, at least. And with that, we move on to the current project I'm working on. So, no one guess what it is yet? You watched my Nomad series. Yeah, you should probably. If I stand about here, you'll probably get an idea of the view. Yeah, anything that's painted red is actually what I've built so far. Minus these sidewalls, because well, it's easier to fly through. Yeah, I accidentally disconnected this last night, so let's back up here. So yeah, I'm building this at 5 times the scale. Most of the blocks are going to be 5x5s. The extruded metal block, I'm switching to metal 2. Well, I did switch to metal 2 and metal 1, but I'm not switching to metal 2 now, I'm painting it. So it's just simpler. I realised that the painted version is pretty similar to, I think, let's go here, the comparison. Yeah, it's pretty similar and it's actually a bit better. That line. The reason I'm doing that is if I actually grab a bunch of, this is a preference thing really. You know, if I make a big sheet like that and back off, you get really wavy effects. And me personally, this messes my eyes. So, yeah. Figured if anyone else doesn't like it, switch to something which is less wavy. Still a bit of an effect, but like there's a bit more of a plain bits in it, at least. Yeah. Same with barrier block. It has that weird effect, large scale. So I'll probably replace that with another block. Yeah, that's just a message I left myself because I need to paint the other half still. Anyway, so 5 times the scale. Yep, 1 block. 5. 10. I'm really tempted to do 100. Yes, I'm so tempted. If I do 100, I'm really tempted to use the rebar, sort of broken rebar concrete bits. Yeah, these. You know, just like have an edge here, and then some. I mean, like the 100 was here. It was here, but then it fell off the map. Too big. Yeah. I'm gonna break the fourth wall here, but I can pretty tell already. But I watch a lot of Khan, Scrapman, and Cosmo. And the latest video mentioned about hiding switches behind switches. And I was curious, and it just worked. That's probably also say this. I recorded this last night, but it was late, so I was being quiet and was quite groggy at that point. I was tired. And this is why I shouldn't do stuff at night, because I get stupid ideas. How many switches do you think are behind this switch? Is that one? That one? That one? And that one. And then the main switch. Or did you start? I can confirm there might be one switch like this, but it's gonna be really obvious because this is gonna be stupid. I don't think I might actually do glass so you can see the other switches. Any other Mac makers up there? Be responsible, please. That's one thing about having invisible switches, but hanging this many switches in one spot might be a bit much. Yeah, this was a demonstration I made last night. But obviously a 5x5 block is hard to hide in, because it's only 3 high on the inside, so yeah. Hiding spots might be a bit weird. Not sure. So they won't be near the general floor. Or I'm gonna put stuff on the floor. One or two. That's how I did 6 times, but like, gosh, 6 times at this scale. It's really a big change. Yeah. There's barrier blocks here because I haven't built stuff to hold this stuff yet. Also, now I'm thinking about it, I did turn shadows off last night. Okay, I need to look into this. It's probably something new in NVIDIA. Like, every time I come on, especially I've had this really big issue with No Man's Sky where I've gone on and everything is set to like really high. I don't think I have this on very high. I think I have this on high or medium normally. But yeah, No Man's Sky is terrible. I don't know what it is, but like all my settings for some reason go from, I think I'm around the normal to high range on and off sort of thing, and they all just go to very high. The game just chugs. It just struggles. So I mean, you need to recommend NVIDIA settings. I have a 3070 if anyone's curious why I'm actually running. Like, yeah, my settings just keep getting reset. Then bad in Scrap Mechanic, because I can actually handle those settings in Scrap Mechanic. Yep, do it like this. This makes it a lot easier. But yeah. So, this series is probably going to be mostly about this map. Just building it. You probably won't see much for a while, because I'll probably finish the main structure and then probably get back to when I start doing more complex stuff like the craft bots. Despite the craft bot being so hidden, well, mostly hidden, I somehow have to increase the size up by 5. Oh gosh. It's weird because like, this area in here is like really stuffed with a bunch of stuff. It's but obviously if I turn the scale, you can easily get in here. And I'm not blocking it off either. Probably gonna be one of the more complex areas on the map. Yeah, I'm probably gonna do it for today's update. And for anyone's curious, this is the furthest point. Is this middle block here. That is a straight line from the front to the back. Well, mostly to the back. And then it would be all blocks higher. Or I think it's gonna be the height of the map. Gosh, this is ginormous. So that is it for today's update. So until next time, I'll see you then. Bye.